Welcome to Coffee Convo Thursdays. I hope you have your cup of coffee with you. So, just for those who are newcomers to our Thursday tradition, the Coffee Convo Thursdays is a 30-minute talk. Right now, since we're in the starting phase, yes?
Well, I was just gonna say less actually because yeah. Anyway, but go ahead.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
at for this first set of questions we got this through our different social media accounts from Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So we're answering one question a week. After you hear our three perspectives, then we open the floor to discuss with the rest of you. Okay, we have another incoming. There. Okay, so the question for this week, guys, are you ready? Okay. Our
Okay.
question for this week is, now that I can't talk to my customers as much face to face, can you give me tips on how to continue engaging them effectively? Okay? So this
Yeah.
is very time sensitive. Everyone is like
Timely.
feeling this now, timely because
Mm-hmm.
of COVID. So we'll follow the same order. This week we'll start again with Rafi. Please introduce
Ganon.
yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rafi. I'm the head of digital solutions in Incognitus. I take care more or less of everything that happens on the internet for us. So that includes the websites, the marketing platform, and then as we go into um, our internet assets, more or less other guys get involved with that.
Hi, Rafi. Go ahead.
So
Continue.
yeah, to answer the question, so the internet provides us with a lot of options. Needless to say, this is like this is one of them. There's a Viber, there's a Messenger, the different messaging app. And then for me, in terms of engagement, when you say keeping engaged, that's where the internet definitely can address the situation. Actually, that's the only option left as of now. That's
Mm-hmm.
why there are a lot of people doing the transformation, right? So, um, what we have to remember lang with the internet is that we still have to recognize first why you have to engage. Okay, why you have to engage, and then what your goals are, and then understand who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Because based on that, you'll be able to adjust the way you communicate and take into consideration that channel where your audience is. Like for example, if you're talking mostly B2B, then maybe you'll go on LinkedIn. If you're more B2C, maybe Facebook or Instagram. So because of the number of tools available, you have to understand better who you're talking to before you decide where to engage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, bottom line is there's actually a lot of ways you can keep engaged. You just make sure that you are engaging. So so that means na understanding how to communicate and
Yeah.
making sure you talk to your audience like you would actually like you normally would if you were engaging with them before, then you engage in a similar manner. If ever lang siguro you should be mindful of things that you take for granted when you're face to face.
Yes.
Maybe you'd want to you'd make sure that you express that more when you're online. Like for example, ano na lang, like when you're talking, I guess you're more animated, you can get reactions, you're more
Mm-hmm.
interactive. But when you're online, maybe a bit of that goes away. So you have to put extra effort um, into getting an interaction going. You can't be just talking. Yun. That yeah.
Who's
Okay, so
next?
do I turn it over or
Yeah, to
bahala na kayong dalawa?
whoever.
Okay. I pick
Ano
go
na?
Nah.
Henry.
Oh, Henry daw.
Henry daw. Oh. Go,
I don't know.
Henry.
Henry.
Paunahan eh.
Sa,
Mm.
sa akin, it's just a mere observation, no? And it's been happening even before COVID, but after COVID, parang na-heighten siya.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that, the internet gives you a chance to be more personal or be more honest in a sense
Mm-hmm.
na I'm not saying na hello. Oops, what happened?
You're in. You're still in.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Nag-ano yung ano ko, yung computer. So anyway, uh, I've noticed this because I've been watching a couple of seminars. And then, although it's a professional webinar,
Mm-hmm.
somehow there's a communication that happened that's a bit more personal and more real between and the client and the person doing the webinar.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because of our shared experience of COVID. Parang it brought home something real and in a way because the internet gives you a chance to to uh, parang makapasok sa loob ng bahay nung kausap mo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It gives you a chance to get to know your client better. So I think
Mm.
people are good at small talk and stuff like that. Aside from aside from the business aspect of it, it gives a chance for the clients and the one doing the business. It gives them a chance to get to know each other better. So I think there's a good opportunity there somewhere. Yeah.
Para mas intimate, no?
Mm-hmm.
Mas
That
intimate at
chance to be
saka
intimate.
mas nakakapag-usap kayo because let's face it ngayon we're not doing anything, di ba? Everybody's in the lockdown. So
Yeah.
we're craving for companionship or someone
Yeah.
to talk to. Di
Yeah.
ba?
Someone to
So it's a
keep you
chance. I'm not
sane.
saying make it, yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
saying make it parang nagpaplano ka paano mag-ano, no? Just
Yeah.
be natural about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Oh.
I guess
Oh.
yun yung
Yeah.
mm. I'm sorry, I
Yeah. Go
forgot to
ahead.
introduce myself. I'm Henry Posadas. I'm a filmmaker. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, on si Henry is also the head of our video productions. So yeah. So for the last perspective, I'm Tanya Ruiz. I handle the events side of Incognitos. But for the digital side, I also handle engagement. So this is a topic close to my heart because ever since for me, since I started doing events, the most important thing for me is having a sense of continuity. That's why Incognitus is a integrated agency. So in terms of digital engagement, there is a tendency first and foremost to fall into the crack of um answering people robotically because nga you're answering one message, several answers. One answer you repeated several times because several people ask the same question. So, two major tips I'd like to give is number one, make sure to practice active listening. So, it doesn't matter if you're chatting with 10 people or one, you have to make that customer feel like she or he is the only one you're talking to. So, personalize the conversation. Really listen to their concerns because they're there because they're interested in either your product or your service or a problem of theirs that's related to the help you can provide. So first of all, listen. Don't give them a robotic answer. Don't give them an automated message that is obviously generic. So listen to what they're saying and then make sure that's how you reply. Don't rush into a script. So listen to where they're coming from and start from there. So that's my first one. And then Rafi mentioned a bit about this earlier. Find out where they are comfortable talking to you the most. So especially if you have several assets, if you have like Twitter, if you have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, um, it's okay to be present in all this, but see where you have the most engagement and make sure you answer them where they are. Don't make them, please talk to me na lang sa messenger because doon ako sumasagot ng orders. Kasi sometimes, that's a deterrent because nga, they're more comfortable in another channel. So make sure to answer them there. And then, also, don't forget to know that you're talking to a person. This is, at the end of that other message is a person. So there are different personality types. So there are people who don't like small talk. They'll ask you
So
details right
straight to the
away.
point.
Yes, these are the
Mm-hmm.
blunt personality types. Make sure you don't. How are you? Alam mo, hirap na hirap ako sa COVID eh. It's so hard not being to
Mm-hmm.
go out. Don't go into that
Mm-mm.
because they
Yeah.
don't like that. These are the type of
Mm-mm.
people who give you what they need and expect you to give the answers they require. On the other hand, there are people who are very sociable. Don't rush into the details of your product or
Mm-hmm.
service without engaging in a little rapport building. So, if you want to engage effectively during this time where a lot of people can't actually be in the same room with another person, still try to replicate that experience. And again, going back to last week's topic, it's again understanding why are you doing what you do, why the
Mm-hmm.
customer is talking to you. So for us kasi in Incognitos, what we try to do is engage not just the person who's ready to buy. We engage with people who are different stages of their buying process. So whether they're just being aware of the problem they have or they're already considering different solutions or they're deciding to buy, understand where they are and why they're talking to you and be able to provide the right content. And lastly, this takes a bit more time. Sorry.
Overtime ka na.
Sorry. This takes a bit of time, but social listening is a very important skill if you're trying to engage people online. Listen to your customers where they are. Join different groups that have the same interests as the product or service you're selling and see the questions they're asking there. What are they talking about? And try to give them the content they need, whether through videos, articles, checklists, because these are the questions they're already answering. So try to
Mm-mm.
be there with the content they need, when they need it,
Mm.
where they want to see it. So there. So guys, yeah,
Oh,
yes,
may
Henry.
dadagdag si
Yes,
Henry.
Henry, go.
Yeah, I just remember based dun sa sinabi mo na something that came about because the internet. 'Di ba yung mga internet personalities
Mm-hmm.
who actually they actually they actually are parang authorities already on certain niche markets eh. So one thing they always do is they're always helpful, 'di
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
ba?
Yeah.
Tama ka eh, parang you're always supposed to listen and you're always helpful because ang nangyayari kasi ngayon sa internet, unlike before na pala yung advertisement lang, people really want to know about the product before they buy it eh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, before I buy anything, di ba, we're talking about certain audio stuff, what to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's always parang this person sa internet who's going to do the review and he's gonna give an honest opinion about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then yung interaction nila doon sa clients is where they actually answer all those yung mga nagki-question ng post. So I think the thing to be is it's a chance for you to be more helpful to your clients.
Mm-hmm.
And tama kayo to actually listen. It is a good chance
Yeah.
to actually market your product because because it's a chance for people to yung unti-unting malaman talaga kung ano yung product nyo
Yeah.
Yes.
as opposed to a 15-second commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Yan. Eh, yun lang.
Ako rin.
Okay, go.
Ako rin, may dadagdag.
Mm.
An additional thing, I forgot na there are some websites now that are actually capable of detect. I don't know if you've heard yung cookies before. When you allow a website to leave cookies on your browser
Yeah.
and you happen to leave information like your name or some other info,
Yeah.
there are websites capable of producing smart content, meaning you don't just see the content that you want to see. It's medyo customized pa to you.
Mm-hmm.
So just like when
Yung
we're talking to
algorithms, no?
people,
Yeah.
oh yeah, just actually very simple lang nga. It really is just matching at the very least your name, your country, your language. Pero down the line, it's gonna get to parang yun na nga, something that's really relevant to you. So it makes it more personal. When you're talking, di ba, face to face, it's not generic. So when you land on the website, it's possible na maging personalized yung information talaga. That's what I wanted to add because it's not just yung live conversation or messaging or Facebook post. Kahit you think static yung website, actually kaya nun
It's not.
mag-personalize. Yun. We have to add that tayo mismo sa ano natin.
Nice.
And I think
Yeah.
ano kasi if a person gets to talk to someone in the company personally and parang binigyan mo ng time, iba yung dating it becomes parang mas maniniwala siya sa iyo eh. 'Di ba? As
Yes.
compared to as an event, thousands of people around, 'di ba?
Mhm.
So it's an opportunity actually. May tawag doon piso-piso. It's not like one big event or one big advertisement na
Yeah.
para one time, big time, and then you
Yeah.
have to it's creating a niche market. Ang maganda sa niche market, even if the numbers are small compared, for example, sa TV program, TVs kasi and advertisements are shotgun. It's called the shotgun
Yeah.
method.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas niche
Yeah.
market, you grow unti-unti, but those people that will stick with you are lifetime customers. And when a person, if you become an authority, if you say something, automatically everybody will listen because they already trust you. It's a
Yeah.
chance for you
Right.
for people to trust you actually.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So, yeah.
Sophie,
Questions?
Christine, and Ava, the question we answered again, if you missed it at the start, was how do we engage effectively now, especially with our customers, now that we can do a lot of face-to-face? So we wanted to ask you guys to share with us if you have any questions or if you have added inputs to what we already shared.
Yeah. Actually,
If
feel
we
free
missed
to
any
add your
points, yeah.
inputs.
Good afternoon,
Y-
everyone.
yes.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Christine.
Christine.
Hi. I saw this invitation
Mm-hmm.
from Henry's post this morning.
Mm.
I'm classmates with Henry. Used to be classmates in university. He got
Oh.
lost. He probably would be revealing his age, so he got lost in the.
Yeah, he got scared. He turned off his video.
Oy!
Ikaw pala yan! Ikaw pala
Henry,
yan!
hi.
Sa
Nakita ko kanina sa block natin yung announcement mo.
Yeah.
Kaninang umaga. Oo, si
Baka mahalatang 35 tayo.
ayan na, kaya ka nga umalis eh.
Oo.
It's good to see you. I think I was more mindful of his invitation this morning, because I should say, we're having challenges with the person who's doing our marketing right now.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm Christine. Well, yeah, you saw it in the name dun sa ano.
Yeah.
I am in the academe.
Okay.
I am one of the owners of YTC or Tutorial Center. I'm also hands-on. Apart from being one of the owners, I also teach. No? It's been a while to migrate. It's been a long 2-3 year plan to migrate online, from face to face to online. Anyway, cutting the long story short, we didn't have any chance to do anything face to face when the lockdown was announced.
Yeah.
So within the week that it was announced, we started planning and giving online classes. Okay. Mahaba na to. Anyways, may problema kami sa marketing. It's always been a problem with marketing. Actually, more on engagement pa. Kaya I had a lot of enlightening nuggets of wisdom that I got while listening to you. There's the concept of listening and being personalized, no? Kasi akala ko, alam mo, kasi hindi ako techie savvy. So, Henry, nahalata na tuloy. So, alam mo yun, pag nagbukas ako ng website ng ibang tao, manghang-mangha ako dun sa, may chat box.
Sa mga kakayahan.
Galing, di ba? Halata tuloy, di ba?
Sinusundan ako.
Tama.
Di ba? Parang, di ba?
Tama, magbibigay ako ng webinar. Punta ka.
Oo ba?
Oo, meron pa.
Oo ba? Eto ka ngayon.
Anyway.
di ngayon, tapos yung marketing person namin, hindi kami sanay ng somebody else is marketing for us. But due to the, desperate measures, no? Ganun talaga. So we had somebody, we tried to ask someone to outsource the marketing. It's just that I'm more worried actually about the engagement, like what Tanya was saying earlier, no? Was walang, I think kailangan talaga somebody, you let the person on the other end feel that
Yes.
you're listening, di ba? Active listening. So kahit na mga ako dun sa chat box, sabi ko, ay parang, oops, nga, no? Parang somebody really has to answer, no? Dapat nakikita nila.
Yeah.
Kasi tuwan-tuwa pa ako yung dun sa save reply, ganyan, diba? Parang,
Yeah.
tapos pagka, thank you for messaging Henry.
Yeah.
For increase, blah, 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 ganyan, di ba? Parang, ngayon, naisip kasi ko, nga, no? It's more personalized. Kasi kailangan nga nila ng kausap because nga of the lockdown. That's one,
Yeah.
ano? Number two, ako medyo tinamaan ako doon, ano? Sabi ko, point for reflection yun. I actually medyo late ako kasi I just came from a meeting with the team, no, about marketing as well. Kasi nga yung person who's in charge na wala. I mean, it didn't work out because we're not getting the results.
Okay.
Yung engagement, that's also our problem, no. So another thing is, anything new, transition, you feel nervous, diba?
Yes.
There's in any transition, you feel nervous, diba? I mean, that's why you call it transition. I have been, mahalata na tuloy, no? I've been teaching for, never mind. Alam na ni Henry yun.
2 years. 2
Di
years.
ba 35? 35.
Oo nga,
Tayo,
tama.
diba?
2 years na lang
Mag-age
pala.
lang tayo.
Graduate lang natin eh. Oo.
Okay.
Parang,
Si Rafi, kabatch natin si Rafi.
Rafi, magka-batch tayo. Sige na nga. 1 year ago ba?
Bale, alam ko na kung anong age mo.
Ayan, Tanya, medyo nakaano ka na.
Kasi alam ko yung age ng partners ko eh.
Let's just say si Tanya, niece niya. Si Tanya, niece niya. So, alam mo na yung age.
Kaya yun na, it's just a number. Okay na yun.
Oo, tama na yun. Moving on.
So, parang mas hindi rin ako techie savvy. That's why I was telling you, mga ako sa chat box. Pero, mas yung mas nararamdaman mo yung presence din ng parents. Kasi we do live online tutorials eh.
Okay.
Usually, kasi pag center-based kami, meron lang hanggang dito lang po. Pag yung anak nyo po yung magdadala na ng bag sa loob ng study area. Di ba? Ganon. Kasi kailangan independent yung bata.
Right.
Ngayon, wala ka namang choice. They have to study in the bedroom, in the dining table, ganyan, di ba? Within the home. So para ang syempre nag-briefing, nag-training yung team, no, yung tutoring team. To understand para siyang yung mas yung presence ng magulang nararamdaman mo. Tsaka yung presence ng bata kasi yung ginagawa mong tutorial nasa bahay eh. So naririnig ng magulang yung it's not that there's anything to hide, no? But ang point doon is they
different
also
pressure.
see how you there is more pressure because they also get to see how you perform. So if you're not used to people listening or watching how you teach, no? So guidelines were given. Parents follow naman. Wala namang helicopter. Hindi ka naman pwede mag-helicopter siguro doon kasi nagtatrabaho naman si mommy tsaka si daddy. But then yun nga, the parents give the space for the children, no? It's just that but the children, our students feel gusto nilang may kausap. Alam mo, I will have to tell you that, no? Pag nagbigay ka ng Zoom link, yan, yung 5 minutes before, di ba? Hihintayin, ano? Can we start now?
Okay.
Nung una nag-Skype kami, ganun sila. Nung una Skype kami, hindi kami nag-Zoom. Nung una Skype, nagme-message na. Tapos tumatawag na sila, tumatawag na. Sabi ko, sandali, 20 minutes pa lang Teacher, can we begin now? Ganyan sila, no? Sabi ko, dati pag nag-tutor, walang gustong magsimula eh. Ngayon gusto nila yung mag-aral, no? Ganon din sa Zoom, no? You will see in the waiting room, no? They're allowed to wait in the waiting room. The students are allowed. ano to ha, 9-year-old, 10-year-old.
Aha.
And then you will already see that they're waiting for you.
Yes.
Kasi hindi na ganyan yung anak ko eh. Oh, anyway.
O ayan na, nakita na naman natin kung anong...
Well,
Anyway, yun lang.
9 years old rin siya.
Sabi ko na eh.
yeah, right. Yeah, right.
9 plus.
Pero Christine,
Yun lang. Yung I think yung engagement is very
Mhm.
important, no? I mean, you really have to make the person feel. Pati yung saan ka ba comfortable? Comfortable ka ba sa Messenger? Kailangan bang tawagan? Tumawag sa mobile number mo.
Mhm.
Kung saan at their fingertips and at the same time they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to that, I get to see no yung pagiging personal. It's just that I also realized before they will call us, they must also be engaged with what we post, no? Or the marketing that we do before
Yeah.
they call us. Anyway, so
Yes.
that's another, I think that's another thing to discuss about or to think
Yeah.
about. Anyway,
Mm.
it's a very enlightening session
yeah,
and
yeah.
marami pong salamat.
Feel
Christine,
free to ask more.
yeah,
You just
and
post it.
if anything, for you, Ava and Sophie, this is a weekly thing. While we answer different questions at per week, we can go deeper into questions you've had hanging. And starting next week, we'll also launch an FB group. Kasi while
Okay.
we're a marketing company, this FB group will be separate from our company. It's just an extension of this coffee conversations, things that are worrying you, are stressing you about marketing and business in general, will
Mhm.
be there to help stress it out. Kasi we're also doing the same thing.
Right.
So we're also
Mhm.
experiencing the same thing. The thing with this talk, what sets it apart for me is that you're hearing the perspectives of three people who have been in the field.
That's right. Which is really important.
Nag-
Yeah, that's true. Mm-mm.
So we want to be as open with you guys based on what we've experienced. So yeah, we love those questions. And sorry, I'll answer first, guys. Ladies first.
Answer what?
For
Yeah, ladies
Christine
first,
lang.
please.
Ladies first muna. Yung
Next week
ako
rin, ha?
kasi, hindi, this week lang. So in terms of engagement kasi, I've been in the events industry for 10 years and I've been very face to face. And in terms of being, if you wanna be in control, hirap ka magpa-market sa iba, that's also me. Kaya ako nag-aral ng marketing. Bigla. Kasi
Oh,
ayokong
okay.
ipa-market
That's
yung
comforting to know.
no, because kaya kami ngayon ni Rafi, when we talk to customers, what we say is, we don't want to treat you as a supplier-client relationship. We'll study your brand to the point na you feel na we're your partners. Kasi ako, I feel that sense na I need to be in control also, so I understand where you're coming from. And yung ano lang dito is it's really hard to, kung tayo on the selling end or the business end, naninibago, talking to people online. Imagine the parents, they're used to talking to you face to face. They're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
to
Tapos
the
yung
person
technology pa.
selling to them directly. Ngayon, they're paying for or booking services of a person they don't see face to face. So you have to take extra care, talk to them in their language, at saka really listen for the pain points. Kasi what for you might be small can be a
Yeah.
major issue.
Mhm.
Lalo na in your case because they're entrusting the education of their children. So
That's
there's
true.
a big need talaga to listen and then base your marketing on yung concerns nila. Kasi your website, your internet assets should be like an extension of your company. It should be like a sales rep. Na yung dating it's like a good representation of your company. So if you're this nice to talk to, tapos yung digital assets mo, biglang, alam mo yon, very impersonal, magkakaroon ng disjoint in the heads of the parents.
Okay.
Because ang
Mm.
layo sa personality of your company, nakikita nila online. So
Mm.
yun for me. Rafi, Henry, reactions? Yes.
Tataas
Yeah,
ng
so,
kamay, parang
Yeah.
student.
Okay, so
Go.
then, three things, no? Una yung sinabi ni ano, yung ngayon kasi, sa internet kasi, ang importante is the personality of the owner actually. If not the owner, the person they're talking to. So it's more of getting to know Christine, not just as a teacher, pero as a person. So that's one thing, no?
Uh-huh.
Another thing is Ang problem kasi ngayon na noticed is that corporations are forced to go into the internet because of the COVID virus.
Hmm.
Di ba? Because of reality. Pero, meron went into the internet just to create new content, and they're doing it so differently but so effectively. For example, when we talk about education, ang son ko is now learning more than he is learning sa school. Just
Hmm.
because he goes to all these sites, goes to all these and their method is different, totally different from what you do sa school. It's just because they get to use the audiovisual parts of presentation.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And di ba minsan mahirap magturo ng math, for example, if hindi naiintindihan ng bata para saan yun. Pero sa
Uh-uh.
YouTube, if you go sa YouTube, you'll see ang daming magaling mag-explain. Yung mga iba,
Uh-uh.
MIT graduates, mga
Uh-uh.
ganun. Ang point lang nun siguro is, instead of probably pag problema ka trying what to do, I think your mindset should be, you should be excited because people are already doing it sa internet. For example, have you ever seen one of those masterclass advertisements?
Yes.
Mas
Have you seen those masterclass advertisements? And have you ever seen yung, I think, UCLA
PSU.
or MIT and Stanford, they're giving out
Mm.
free free courses online.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
ang point nun is, I think, one is it gives you a chance to research how they do things sa
yeah.
internet because it's different. Two, it's also an opportunity for you, Christine, kasi ewan ko kung nahalata mo, do you get to know your students more now than you did
Ah,
before?
yeah.
Di
Kasi
ba? Kasi ang
ngayon
education is different.
I
Sorry.
don't usually I just choose the students I handle. Used to. But
Yeah.
during the COVID, I'm back to handling facilitating more sessions together with the
Mm.
team. Dati kasi hindi na ganoon. Pero ngayon kasi because bago, the team also would like to see how you do it.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
syempre, mauna
Mm.
ka, di ba? Parang ganun.
Mm-mm.
That's true, Henry.
Ah,
I agree with you. Tama yun. Mas personal.
Yeah.
personal. So,
Okay.
ano talaga eh, I think nag-shift din ng education eh.
Ah.
Kasi, ang magandang interview dyan yung anak ko.
Mm.
Ilang taon niya,
Kasi
anak ko?
pinag-usapan ko eh, grade 12.
Ah,
Ano siya eh, active kasi siya mag-aaral sa kanya kasi knowledge is not, grade is just an indicator where you are.
Indicator. Yeah.
right.
Kaya, for him, sabi niya, you pay school. Sa kanya, parang, you enroll sa school is just para to give you a test, para malaman mo where you are and you can decide where to move. Hindi siya
True.
masyadong concerned sa grades. Although mataas grades niya. Pero ang point lang noon is, I noticed, ang dami niyang alam na, hindi ko alam eh. It's because nag-iba yung attitude niya. And I think yun yung ngayon yung maganda. I think it's an opportunity for you to experiment and how do you use yung internet instead of parang you're just forced because of COVID? How do you use it to your advantage? And
Yeah.
para ikaw mismo, it's another creative experience for you because let's face it, if you do it every day, di ba? Parang minsan parang you're just trying to fix the system, pero the system sometimes may mga may mga kids that don't fit in the system. So how do you make it more engaging, more
Yeah.
So it's a matter of being creative again.
Mm.
If it's not you, probably find someone who's creative.
Yeah.
Kasi talagang creative siya to teach. How do you teach? Parang ganyan. And
Mm.
yun yung part ng team nyo. May konting production value na mangyayari, pero sa start lang yun. For example, all these things, yung mga nakikita mo, yung ilaw,
Ah,
Christine, all these things, eventually, malalaman, matututunan mo yan eh. And once na nandyan na yan, tuloy-tuloy na yan, magagamit mo na yan eh. Pero ang important thing is more than all these lights, yung audio equipment, how to present.
More than
I
the
think
tech.
more than anything, I think what you're doing is
Mm.
correct. Because if you're personal and people get to know you, I think that's it eh.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good start. Yan.
And
Yeah.
the challenge na lang is getting that across to them. Kasi
Yeah.
nga, your personality is very engaging. So it's getting it across in your marketing.
Mm.
Kasi
So
why will I stop and open your post or go to your website if your site looks cold and impersonal? I don't want that for my kid. Pero pag kausap kita, yun pala, you're very engaging, you're bubbly, you're nice to talk to. So, parang get out of your own way. Si Henry always tells Rafi and me to be more raw. Kasi, actually, may times na we get too formal. Just sabi niya, it distracts from the message we're giving. Kaya he encourages always be raw, be natural, be you. So you have to translate that into how you market your business. Yes, Rafi.
Mm.
You raised
They
your
covered it. No, I'm just nakaganon lang ako.
okay.
No, more or less you
Emoji.
guys, more or less you guys covered it. Siguro if I'll add anything lang, it's more to recap na in the end, this is still about one-on-one communication. For me, technology just makes it possible for you to keep on your one-on-one communication kahit natutulog ka na because, it's always there. And then you can answer a whole bunch of people at the same time,
right.
hopefully with the same personality. So, yung tama at pinakagusto ko sinabi ni Henry na yung technology, that's actually the easy part. You just need somebody to implement it. Yung importante dyan is yung message niyo, yung personality
Yeah.
ninyo, maiparating ninyo through the technology. The technology just get somebody to to implement. So I like what he said about that. Yung
What sorry, can I add lang? One technique,
Pabol.
Pabol. One
Mm.
technique, Christine, pag let's say may ginawa kang alam mong maganda tong lesson plan na to, meron akong ituturo sa kanyang mag-prepare ka ng lesson na teka, paano ba niya maintindihan to? I've seen this sa mga YouTube videos ng mga MIT professors May mga pinapakita silang very interesting. I think one thing to do is
Sessions.
your lectures, your sessions because later on you can edit those good parts. And
Mm-hmm.
then halimbawa yung subject matter is velocity and then meron kang magandang na-explain mo na maigi na naintindihan ng pinaka nahihirapan, naintindihan niya, ang galing ng explanation mo. Put it sa YouTube. Kasi put it sa YouTube, di ba? For example, kung ano yung specific lecture na yan for that day. Kasi it's always editable You can just cut down the good parts As long as it's understandable, put it out sa YouTube. That's one way because you're marketing yourself. In that way, those people who are not your clients pa, may
You get a
potential na
sense.
maging client mo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yan.
Actually, marami pa ako naisip pero tama na.
so, so actually, Christine, we have a lot more to share with
Amazing.
you. So,
Salamat. Nakakatuwa. Natututo ako.
we hope you come back next week. And if hindi pa yun sapat sa'yo, you can also schedule time to talk with us.
Just message yung,
Yeah.
when we set up that FP group, we can
Message us
continue
there.
discussions. Yeah.
Or messenger mo kami. Oo.
Yeah.
Take note kasi yung gusto ko pa sabihin na hindi na natin itutuloy, pakinote na lang dyan, A/B testing. So that's for the
Okay.
next time.
Got it.
Yeah. No, not for you, for Christine.
Okay.
Feeling ko
A/B
pwede
testing daw,
magamit pati
Christine.
yan for even for when you're teaching
Ano yun?
lessons.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's AB? What's AB
Hindi na
testing?
nga
A/B
natin
testing.
quickly lang, A/B
quickly.
testing. Like for example, yung sinasabi ni Henny, may maganda kang material sa isa. And then meron ka ulit maganda material for another set. You make those two available and you test it. Titingnan mo, randomly, ipipresent sa iyo. And then you'll see the reaction, maybe even anong effect niya sa test, ganyan, whatever. Basta you measure that. And then eventually, either you or the AI or the system will figure out, ito yung pinakamagandang version. Then yun na mas madalas papakita.
In the same
That's
way
A/B
that
testing.
some kids like reading more, others like listening more, others like seeing pictures more. So, you see kung anong mas universally tanggap-tanggap for them.
Aren't we supposed to?
It doesn't have to be hard, Christina. I mean, later on when you're interested, meron yung mga measuring technologies, automation, that will help you if if you want to go down that path.
Yes.
It's not that
Aren't you
actually it's not
supposed
that
to, ano?
difficult.
Di ba, you're supposed to create something for the educational, ano ba yan?
Kami?
School system.
Kami?
We
Yeah,
do some
yeah,
for
Yeah. Oh,
clients
yeah.
na ang tawag ay learning management system.
Mm.
I'm
So
sure
we
sila
do
kasi.
that with clients also.
Yeah,
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 we're
yung LMS
working
out.
on
Mhm.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
working with
We're working on
somebody
Oo.
two projects right
two at
now.
the
Yeah.
moment on.
Okay.
Okay. So questions pa
Ingit,
so
Baka
ingit naman.
tulog na si
Nakita ko na si
Sophie.
Christine.
ako napapatilt ako ng head dahil dun sa picture ni Zoe.
Oo nga eh.
Oh,
Sige na
Fish,
nga,
sumagot ka naman.
magsasalita na
Nakatulog
nga
ka na.
ako.
Ayan, oh, go!
Hindi, actually,
Yeah.
okay rin na. Okay rin yung discussion. I have to agree with all of you, actually. Maganda yung mga insights niyo about it.
Thank
And
you.
I have nothing else to add. Kasi
Yeah.
what else is there to
That's
add?
why
Diba?
you
Parang
married
Yeah.
Henry.
sinabi na ninyo lahat.
Lahat eh. Sobra kayo.
Diba?
Tumigil na nga kayo.
Especially
See?
with Tanya, no, when she mentioned, especially with
Yeah.
active listening. Very important.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing a webinar or yung ganito, you really have
Gusto ko
to have that
sabihin,
active listening.
Tanya, hindi to masterclass.
Crazy.
Pero alam
Sana.
ko,
Oo,
alam ko,
tama na.
alam ko importante na dapat kita yung mukha mo imbis ng picture, eh, di ba? Dapat.
Hey,
Oo, Sophie, paano tayo
Hindi ako
mag-group
camera.
picture?
Sorry, hindi ako camera ready.
Yun na nga, forgiven. Next week.
Pero I want to
Christine,
add.
Sophie is my wife, Christine.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry,
di ba?
hindi ako
Forster.
camera ready. I just want to add. Kasi
Yeah.
well, I don't know if Lori is still here. Lori, are you here? Nasa kalina ko
No.
yan. Anyways, she's also
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, she's
There.
also an educator kasi.
I see.
She's an
Okay.
educator. She's also active online, teaching kids.
Okay yun, ah.
Oo, she does workshops for kids actually.
That's nice.
Nice.
Yun, oo. Para you have something in common lang kasi with
Yeah.
Christine. She's also teaching also kids as well, oo. Yun.
Dream job ko yan, actually.
Alin? Talaga?
Education,
Teacher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kaso
Ako, ayoko mag-tour ng bata.
Wow.
Ako, I love
Ako
kids.
makakapatay.
I love
Ano ba?
kids. Forever akong tutor ng younger cousins and siblings eh.
Gusto ka
Okay,
na.
nice.
No, kasi my way of studying, I used to have a chalkboard at home when I was grade school pa lang. Tapos may pretend class ako. That's how
Tuturuan niyo yung mga dolls.
Oo, yeah. As in, they have names. They have personalities. Yung students ko, yeah. Medyo
Nice.
schizo.
Ollie,
Wala
be
ako.
quiet.
Oo, may mga family problems pa yon, ganyan. Anyways, besides the point, masyado akong mag-picture ng mga bagay. There.
Galing.
Okay.
Nice.
So, guys, we're back next week with another question. But we'll invite you to the FB group. The moment it's up, it's more of the same. So then we can continue the conversations we've started here, and we'll also hopefully meet more people who can share different experiences and different vantage points. So in time, lalaking perspective natin from different fields, different professions. So through this group, our hope talaga is we all grow better together. Kasi that's all what we're trying to do eh. Survive, adapt, and then grow as a group. So yun.
True.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
See you again next week.
Sophie.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Maraming
Yeah.
salamat.
Thank you.
See you again next
We're looking
week.
for